Welcome to text-based editing in Premiere Pro. So text-based editing begins with a transcript. And there's a couple of different ways you can generate a transcript and get started with this process. So I've already started a project and I'm getting ready to import just a little quick recording I did. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to go ahead and automatically create a new sequence. And I've turned on Automate Transcription. Notice I can transcribe everything or just the clips that I put down here in my sequence. And I'll hit Import. Boom, there's our transcript. Now, I am in the text-based editing workspace. So if you are not, go to Window, Workspaces, and text-based editing. So what this allows us to do is use the transcript on the left to perform edits as opposed to selecting content in our timeline. It really speeds up this workflow and can help you edit your clips a lot quicker. Once you get this kind of rough cut done, then you can move on to your other editing tools, refining, color grading, adding titles, and all that other stuff. Your navigation tool, rather than your timeline, is your transcript. Once your transcript is complete, your editing's done, you can then use that transcript to generate captions. Let's take a look at some of the things you can do. So let's start out by saying we want to pull this text. And notice when I selected that in my transcript, it also selected in my timeline. I'm just going to Command X, move my cursor to the beginning, and paste. So I just took that clip and moved it to the front of my sequence. Amazing. Other places. For example, I keep forgetting what I'm going to say. I just want to get rid of all of this. So I'm going to select it in my transcript, hit delete. And again, all of these edits are happening in the timeline. Now, before I show you a few other steps, let's say that you didn't create the transcript as you imported. No worries. I'm going to come over here to my footage. I'm just going to right-click this, and I'm going to create a new sequence from that clip. So that's just replicating that I just brought that in, and you can see it generates a transcript. Let's go back to this sequence and continue to do some work. So one of the things that's really hard to edit out, and you need to zoom in and really finesse, are things like fillers and pauses. We can filter all of those out within the transcript. Along this top bar, if you click those three dots, here we have some transcript view options. So one of the things you can view is what you want your minimum pause length to be. Now, if I lower this, I might get a few more pauses added in. Now, all pauses aren't bad. We need a little space between content, but you don't want large breaks. You can also search for certain words, etc. So now that I've established those settings, I'm going to go up to my filter, and let's start with filler words. So filler words are things like and so, and I don't want any of those. I'm going to hit delete. Delete them all. Gone. I can do the same thing for my pauses. So it's selecting all of my pauses, and you can see I can mouse over them, and I got some long ones there. Again, we'll hit delete, delete all. Now, there are some pauses that remain, but those are the shorter ones. Remember, we used our view options to establish our minimum. Also in view options is markers. Now, by default, this is not checked. But if you come in and check that, you can add markers within your transcript, and I like to use this as a way to kind of mark where I might want to put in B-roll. So I'm going to click my cursor right before Premiere. I'm going to hit M on my keyboard, and you can see now I have a marker. If I double click it, I can just add a comment. I can even select a section, mark that, again with the M, double click that, and now I have a duration for that. So I know I need a 3-second clip B-roll of transcript writing. So those markers are going to be indicators that you can use to then bring in B-roll and other content. So obviously, transcript is going to help us edit quickly, get a great rough cut, but another use, which I'll show you in another video, is to really help you break down large interviews. So this is a great get started for text-based editing. I hope it helps you just edit so much quicker.